Hello, I have 4 tips for you for using motivational interviewing when supporting veterans and their families. But first, a little story. So, when I was a wee lass social worker starting to work at the VA Medical Center, I was full of enthusiasm and eagerness and resources, and I was armed with my education and I was ready to help. And the veterans that I worked with could pretty much see through me in a moment, in a heartbeat. They saw me as young, eager, and not a veteran myself, so therefore I did not understand them. There was such a gap in our connection, and I was working so hard to give veterans resources, to encourage them, to cheerlead them along the way, but what was missing was this essential engagement piece, the trust and rapport building that has to happen in order for us to support people in their change journeys. I took my first training in motivational interviewing in my first year as a social worker working for the VA Medical Center, and it was a game changer for me. I had all these moments during that training where I was like, oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. I'm jumping in to fix. I'm trying to help before I've really established safety and rapport and trust in the relationship. And so I started implementing some of those motivational interviewing skills. And I like to say that I believe that veterans really taught me motivational interviewing because these skills are essential to connecting with people across the divides that happen when we don't have similar shared experiences. So I have 4 tips for you for motivational interviewing for working with veterans. And the first is to talk less, listen more. I heard this great quote, "Get the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth." So listen more, talk less. And that is so important and essential in developing rapport and establishing trust and practicing empathy with those that we work with. The second one is to get curious. Yes, I am not a veteran myself. I cannot possibly know what that individual has been through. So I'm not going to assume, I'm not going to try to prove myself by talking about what I do know about veterans or my credentials or that kind of thing. Those are all very disengaging things to do with our clients that when we have not had those kind of similar shared experiences. So get curious, ask questions, use those open-ended questions to get to know more, their perspective, their situation. No veteran has the same experience. No client has the same experience. So let's not assume. Let's get curious. My third point is stop making suggestions and ask. When we get too much into that making suggestions mode, people tune out. So let's ask, what ideas did they have? What motivations did they have? What experiences did they have? And pull from, evoke, ask, elicit, rather than being in that role of trying to act the expert and imparting. The fourth tip that I bring you from motivational interviewing and working with veterans is genuineness is everything. Vets can spot BS a mile away. And if I was not being genuine and real, trying to be something I was not, trying to know something that I was not, that engagement and trust was not going to be built. So be real. Be genuine, be sincere. And if you don't have something genuine or sincere to say, then don't go there because they're going to know it. Don't try to be something that you're not. So those are 4 tips for motivational interviewing that I have for you and working with veterans that really apply to a lot of clients as well. Brandon Wilson and I, Marine Corps service veteran, have created a 2-hour course in supporting veterans with motivational interviewing. So check that out on our website. We have a lot of short courses for you, and I am big into supporting and honoring the veterans and military service members in our country. So here is a thank you to you if you are a veteran or a veteran spouse or partner or parent or sibling. Thank you for supporting veterans and supporting our country.